Okay, now backhand. So again, from the backhand position, you're going to be right here as well, because you can't be in one position if you're going to hit a backhand, the other one if you're going to hit a forehand. Ideally, you're just in the same position every time. So then, after you're done receiving the serve, you get it to your partner, and then right away, just get to the net as fast as possible, but still stay in control. You don't gotta run there like an insane person. But yeah, get to the net as quickly as possible. You come pretty much set. Of course, you don't want to be so set that like your feet are locked, but you're kind of coming to the net. You're kind of like on your toes, and then you see the set, and then you react. But anyway, so the 3 backhand shots. So we have the 3 forehand shots and the 3 backhands. The backhand shot, the first one is just your normal backhand straight, and then you have a backhand cut, and then you also have a backhand push. So 3 backhands, 3 forehands, 6 shots that I would say are like the most important 6 shots to work on. But yeah, okay, so backhand, it's a lot of the same thing. Again, the idea is your hand is coming on top of the ball, making contact, and your hand's closing, and you have no follow through. So it's just hitting, coming over, closing, and so the follow through isn't in your arm anymore, where you're not coming like this, but the follow through is in your fingers. So your fingers follow through as much as they possibly can. So hitting, following through. I can't really do it like this, but yeah. Tons of topspin, the ball shoots off. Another thing is, when I'm like really in good position, I'm ready. You want to think about when you hit this backhand, you want to think about aiming your elbow pretty much where the ball's going to land. And that will force, that'll kind of force you to get behind the ball. If you're just kind of reaching for it like this, you're going to end up probably coming on top of it. Even if you do the wrist flick perfectly, if you come on top of it, you're just going to flick the ball down into the net and then back up. So you really want to get behind the ball. But you also don't want to of course you have to sometimes, you just got to do that big reach and hit the backhand. Sometimes even people will move their whole body over here or move like this foot like that or whatever. And of course if you need to, it's fine. But ideally you're just in this position, and instead of hitting forehand, you're just reaching over and hitting backhand. So yeah, this one is, the ball is just shooting off, and I guess I'll do a few, hopefully they work. Here, I'll actually also set up the camera up so we can actually see where they go, hopefully. Alright. Well, that ain't gonna work. Alright, so backhand, just coming, boom. Okay, so elbow at the ball, bring that shoulder over, get there, and no follow through, just stop your hand. I kind of pretend that I'm a really unathletic person about to try to catch the ball, but instead of catching it, I kind of just knock it away. So I just go out and get it, and close the hand, not on top, but from behind the ball. And I don't know if you can see the video, but the ball, when you hit it right, that was not great. It's still actually, even though you're not doing a whole lot, it looks super simple. It still actually getting pretty good speed. It's dying a few meters off the net, and it doesn't get super high. Alright, and then the next shot is your backhand cut. Reaching over, cutting behind you. This time you're aiming for your right leg because you're on your backhand, and so. And yeah, you're putting that ball nice and low, fast and hard behind you. It's very difficult for the opponent to get because usually you don't, or usually defense don't play behind you because it's a pretty hard shot. But yeah, if that ball lands on this side of the net, then you're going to use your forehand to put it behind you. But if it lands on this side of the net, then you're going to use your backhand. I guess you could still use your backhand there too, but you just want it to skim off the net. Anyways, and then lastly, third shot is the backhand push. This is definitely like by far the most awkward one, and I guess like, I don't know if it's flexibility or just getting used to it, but like if you can, you basically need to turn your hand so that you're flicking out like this. And so the ball is, you're pushing the ball, but on your backhand this time. Unfortunately, like I'm not super flexible or experienced with it, so I kind of have to cheat. I really like lower my right leg and this shoulder in order to get there, but people who are like super good, they're just like, boop, and it's like gone. Anyways, so yeah, like this. Yeah, anyways, so that's your 3 backhand shots. But yeah, so now, the thing is, now that you have these 6 shots, then you just gotta be smart about which shot to use and what time, and that depends on where the defense is, but it mainly depends on the set. If the ball is on this side of the net, you can't really see the net, but it's like there. If the ball's on this side of the net, you can't hit it backhand, you just have to hit a forehand. If it's on this side, you can't hit a forehand, you have to hit it backhand. The center kind of chooses a little bit where like basically which hit you're gonna do. But yeah, in any situation, get to that early. Less is more. You don't have to come up and do like all this crazy stuff with your arms or with your feet. Just come up, get there quickly but calmly. When I'm really in a groove, I'll actually remember to come up to the net with my hand kind of in like a neutral position. That way, you know, if the set's on my backhand, I just have to move it like 30 centimeters and I can hit it. Or if it's on my forehand, I just move it there. The problem is if you come up thinking forehand and it's on your backhand, then you have to move your hand a long ways. But if it's just in the middle, boom, you can get wherever you need to go very quickly. And read the defense, read the set, and yeah, hit away. So yeah, it's really weird, but yeah, less is more. Just rely on, like, trust the flick of the wrist, just to, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really, like, what's the most important is location of, like, where you hit the ball, like, which angle, and then secondly is how high it is, and then obviously, thirdly would be, like, the strength, or the power that you do it with, but I honestly think angle / location is the most important, then how high the ball comes at its highest point, and then power. But of course, if you just hit power all the time, you still have some success. But yeah, if you can work on just keeping the ball low, get it on a good angle, I think you'll have some success on just all your hits in general.